What's up, wild ones? So, yes, crappy mic, just the headphones today. And yeah, just finished teaching. And the hair is kind of done today. Yeah. And I needed to hop on because I promise you guys a vlog this week. And if you read my email yesterday, then you know I just couldn't be fucked to do my hair. So here we go. We're going to dive into how to get rid of, and I even hesitate to say get rid of, but how to move through excessive overthinking. So we tend to get into a space where we have something big, like big thing that's coming up, and it's you're launching a program, you are opening up a nonprofit, you're trying to decide, okay, how to showcase your art. Like, do you want to go into this, are you going to go on tour? Are you going to go and book one gallery and have everyone come to you and just have an opening? Like, you're trying to figure out the thing, right? And what happens is we get so into our head that we start to obsess over the nitty gritty and the micro elements. So we're obsessing. What happens is we become obsessed over tactics. If it's like, oh, my partner and I are having a fight, and what needs to happen, and or if it's you just met a dude or a chick, and you're like, do they like me? What? Oh my gosh! And should I text, or should they text, and should I wait and do all this stuff? We become so obsessed with the tiny little things that really, in the end game, they're pretty irrelevant, but we allow ourselves to obsess over them so that we don't have to actually move forward, right? Rewind that, flip it back, go through it again. But the reason that we obsess and we get into this addictive pattern of overthinking is so that we don't actually have to do the things that are going to move the needle. Because when we're obsessing over the tiny minutia, when we're obsessing over the tactics, oh my God, which email service provider do I start with? Oh my gosh, do I go downtown to do my gallery opening, or should I go out to the west side? Oh my God, like should I send like a meme? Should I do a full text? Should I do, like, we obsess over these things so we don't actually have to do the thing that our soul is like, hey girl, hey, it's time. And you can debate all you want about why you aren't doing what you know you need to be doing. I've done this, clients have done this, friends, mentors, we know, like, I get it. You can debate all you want as to why. It can be from this, it can be because I have, and we like to, in our new agey lifestyle, right? And I love new age, you know me, I love new age. I also love the ancient, primordial, that's my jam, but I do love new age as well. But what happens is we tend to get into this space where we look at everything from the lens of, okay, if I'm not doing whatever it is, if I'm not writing my book proposal, or maybe I've written it and I haven't actually shipped, right? If Seth Godin, right? Like we have to ship as creatives. You have to actually ship it. You can't just, like, we can create. We don't change the world if it just sits in a drawer in our desk. Like, we don't actually change the world, right? But so we get into this space where rather than actually looking at the deep wounding and the old stories and the inhibitions, we tend to gloss over and say, oh, the reason I haven't moved forward is because I have a fear of success. That's what it is. Great. How is that knowledge helping you, right? Like, how is that realization, oh, I have a fear of commitment. Okay, got it. Life changed. I'm doing everything I need to do now. Like, I'm good. We're good here, right? Because I had this realization. I can almost guarantee you it's not changing your life. It hasn't changed your life, right, up to this point. And it's because it's just kind of glossing over. Again, we're going back to tactics. We're going back to the time, like the thing. It's a superficial thing that you can look at and grasp and hold on to and say, oh, this is why I suck in relationships. It's because I was abandoned. It's because I have this old thing, and I have abandonment issues. I have daddy issues. I have mommy issues. I have whatever it is. The reason that I am not on stages because I have a fear of being seen. I have a fear of vulnerability. Like, look, these things might all be true, But in the end, they come with a lowercase t. They're not the capital T truth as to why you're not moving forward. And this excessive overthinking and overanalyzing and judging and trying to decide, well, which fear is this based? Okay, is it because I have this fear of commitment? Okay, yes, let me spend the next 6 months analyzing that and figuring out where could that possibly have come from. And I'm not saying don't do the deep work. If you know me, then I'm all about the deep work. What I'm saying is don't think about the deep work. Actually fucking do the deep work, right? So don't think about, well, I wonder what it means. I wonder what that says about me. I wonder why, like just keeping it on a mental level does not actually change, because whatever has gotten you to the point, let's say you do have commitment issues, right? Let's say you have trouble following through. If you do, you definitely want to sign up for my workshop next week. It's free. Go to howtofinishwhatyoustart.com. I will link it in the description below, sidebar. But if, let's just say that's your thing, I can't finish anything, I have a fear of commitment, I never follow through, then I can think about that, and I can think about all of the things and the situations that brought me to that point. But until I do the deep work and really drop into a body-based consciousness shift, right? So I'm dropping in and I'm feeling into my pain body. I'm dropping in and feeling into what has been laid down, like scar tissue in my body on the inside, right? Until I start to dissect and to really go there and to uncover what's happening inside of me in the moment. So yes, there might have been a trauma in the past. And also, where are you with it right now? So maybe you've done therapy around it. Maybe you've done whatever around it. Maybe you did counseling. Maybe you did nothing. Like whatever it is, where are you right now with what's happening in your body? If you're numbed out, if you're following addictive patterns, if you're doing this excessive overthinking so that you don't actually have to move forward, right? Nothing is going to shift. You can think your way and think your way into a tiny maybe pretend shift, but you're going to go right back. So maybe you've seen this, right? You've done lots of manifestation and you've done law of attraction, you've thought yourself through, and you've done lots of mantras and you've done all the things, and you've written the affirmations on your mirror, and you had a shift, and maybe you made like maybe you got like an extra $50,000, or you met your soulmate, or you did the things, and then all of a sudden, or you won a lottery, and you're just like, oh my God, I booked the gallery, oh my God, and then 6 months later, you're in a worse position than you were before, and you're like, what the fuck just happened? Because you haven't actually shifted anything in your body. And so what happens, even if we do, we're kind of like fooling ourselves. We're like trying to trick we're trying to trick the laws of energy. We're trying to trick, right, the universe, and like, oh yeah, I've totally done the work. I thought about it. And so you'll have this shift, but then what will happen with an expansion, if you don't actually shift what's happening in your body, then you have a constriction. Expansion is followed by constriction if you don't continue to expand. And so if you're in that space where you've gotten some kind of success and you've moved the needle, and then you've backtracked, you've gone and shit hit the fan, you got energetically sick, your life was just like, oh my, everything just fell apart. You didn't do the internal body-based consciousness work, right? You didn't shift and move away from the collective pain body. You didn't shift and move away from your past traumas in your own current pain body. You haven't actually done the deep consciousness work on a level that allows you to continue to expand, right? So that you're not just pretending, you're not trying to fool energy, you're actually shifting energy, you're moving with energy, and you're expanding in and through energy, rather than trying to think your way to the thing. Like, you can't think your way to the next level of consciousness. You can't take the same actions you have been taking to get to the next level of consciousness. You also can't exist in the same body that you've been in if you want to move to the next level of consciousness. So give me some questions on this. Like, tell me what makes sense for you. What if this is, you're like, what the fuck, what? And I will, depending on if some questions come through, I will make a follow-up video on this, and we can really kind of go deep onto this. Conversation can happen below. If you're watching this on YouTube, of course, come hang with me on Instagram, because you know that's where I am every single day. If you have questions, definitely DM me over there or comment on any of my posts over there. And let's keep this going, because it's a ridiculously challenging thing to move through, this overthinking, because what happens is we'll continue the patterns and we'll keep going, and we won't shift, and then we'll start to doubt ourselves as to why we haven't shifted yet, and then we'll think about that and we'll think about that some more. And in order to shift that, you've got to start to get down into your body. So movement practices, your sexual energy practices, just get outside into the elements if you obviously if the weather is permitting, whatever, but allow yourself to really drop into a more primal way of being so that you can notice it's sometimes like that's the first step. It's just finding the awareness around when you're overthinking and how, like, oh shit, okay, there we go again. And then allow yourself to take an action. Allow yourself, maybe that action is your energy work. Maybe it's sitting down in stillness and tracking your breath and seeing what's happening, seeing where you feel stuck, seeing where you feel numbed out, seeing where you've been avoiding, and then taking an action, right? Ground that through your body, and then take an action to actually move forward. Take an action that will move the needle towards what you want, what you desire in your life, who you desire to be, who your soul is asking you to be, rather than sitting in that space and just thinking about it, judging. Then you go into more doubt. You doubt your intuition. Things don't change. You repeat your patterns, and that is that the life that we want, right? Like, is obviously not. Obviously not. But on some level, we've become addicted to that kind of a pattern, and so it's breaking any kind of addiction, right? We have to be willing to do the deep work. We can't just do the superficial thing. Overthinking, it's a superficial solution when your body needs the deep work in order to actually heal and to move through and to really commit to what you're being asked to do right now, who you're being asked to be right now. So, all right. Yes, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. With the hair almost done, I totally need to go get this like hooked up at the barbershop. But man, dude, I'm so lazy with my hair. I'm trying. As my friend would say, I'm working on me. I'm trying to actually do the whole, like, you know, self-care in a way that does not detract me from my creativity. So yes, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure you share this out. If this resonates with you, share it out with other creatives, other people you know who really need to see this message. Make sure you're subscribed, turn that little bell, boop, turn on those notifications, all that yummy jazz. And again, How to Finish What You Start workshop is next Friday. It's on the 11th, so make sure you sign up. Even if you missed the deadline, sign up. I'll send you a replay. Yes, but try to come live. It's going to be small and intimate, and we're going to be actually interactive doing the work together. So if you want to work with me for free skis, then howtofinishwhatyoustart.com, and I'll put it down below. That's it. I love you guys. I'll see you next time. As always, here's to your untaming. Have an awesome, amazing, beautiful, radical, I don't know, all the things, deep work kind of a day. Chat soon. Bye.